is how I wanted to leave it at. Because the moment you try to explain these things, then, okay, the media takes it off and then they twist their own headlines and it becomes something else.
That's why we would put the words against what you're saying, because you say, and I'm reading a portion of the book that is, everywhere. People are sharing that particular screenshot.
Yeah.
And you say that you were naive from the start about subtle amorous hints.
Yeah.
And perhaps made a lot of assumptions about people's motives till it was too late. And you also admit that you got bolder and more daring and adventurous, and sometimes initiated flirtatious conversations and led many on. And you've been in very compromising situations with ladies. And some started as admiration and fun, and after frequent chats developed into flirting and occasionally went too far. So when I am reading these things, if you're leaving it to my imagination to say, how far did Adete go with Lady A or Lady B, then that's a murky space. So you have to set some boundaries for
I mean, it's a murky space, but, for me, intentionally, I left it at that, because the moment you expand that, it will lose focus of why this book was set out in the first place, and the notion that our habit not a habit, I think there's a culture of glorifying negativity, and it's high time that we begin to move away from that. I mean, here we are, we complain about the Western world representing Africa in only negativity, but we do worse. Because negativity sells, but how does that develop a nation? How does that develop our society? Because when you do that, when people are going through issues that are real, that needs attention, that needs help, they won't seek the help because they cower. Because the moment they come out and say that I'm suffering from this, they say, oh, what about them? That's the attitude. And I think that we're not helping young people who are in the limelight, who we say we're going to hand over, to be able to really search deep and say, look, these are my weaknesses. I need to confront them to become a better person. And so this book actually is in a way speaking to these young people that, look, what you're going through is not new. I have been through that space. These were the structures that I put in place to get out of it. That's the resilience. And I fought it. These are the things that you can do as well to get out of it. Because if we don't do that, then we're going to have people replicating what we've done. And then we're still where we are. We don't grow. And the human capacity is important when it's a driving force of the creative space. If you yourself cannot grow and develop, the content you're putting out there will not make any impact anyway.
So it's a kiss and not tell part of this book. Apologizing straightforward to the ladies that you led on, but without naming any names.
No,
with the benefit of what we've been through, another book that we've read recently. Was that deliberate from the beginning, or did you decide?
The dial is hot. Stay tuned.
The best radio.
News on your number one station.
It's the weekend. Let the good vibes take over. Only on your favorite station.
With your favorite station.
Sabri Donkwaba Ponsima Idiono Wachi. Mami mo hame mo akwaba Emra Entertainment Review Jumedie so na yemfa yen common and fan shisha so and we frame kwesi abwa Jamin of the Jumedie ho chame. But as say wo de fidie no wo de ato piece 1043. Entertainment Review Jumedie ya kengum yanko enim na story I de shas ye wie ye krata bi aba be kan sai tifo mamen kan krata na munsem kakra na yenko amano so na yenjin chichimu ho was say it is with deepest regret and sadness due to the Met Office's severe yellow warning and the significant safety risk of the forecasted high winds. Event on Saturday 15 July today has been postponed till further notice. We can assure you that we have explored every option before making this extreme decision, and we will be contracting tickets. We'll be contacting ticket holders directly with further updates. We are sorry to our stakeholders and attendees for this outcome, and it was not an easy decision to make, but everyone's safety is our highest priority. Thank you for understanding. If you have any enquiries, please email admin@gpitp.com. Thanks for your understanding, GPITP team. That's Ghana Party in the Park. Abrochimem UK and Asajumedi Koso. Krate and some more person and say enemy na Jumedi Bia ese baso ewo ye UK Abrochimemu. Ghana Party in the Park. Now one must say one in Biaba. IFE Met Office. enti ye ko na ya jinchichi mu efi the organizer UK party in the park ra Dennis Tewia e wa no so ye ne ni nkomokrata ya kenken sempa na tie ye mfa no se ye nokre ya ade a womenyan kaibo bi a chese we omuntimi nye party in the park enana then is that asimu akwa baba entertainment review so
good afternoon. Good afternoon.
So Bibi Aboko.
Yeah, Bibi Aboko. Everything is well as it could be. But today, Akwesi, allow me to speak in English so that we can be able to translate in Tree, if it's possible.
Well, blend it. You can just mix it up. You don't have to speak impeccable Tree. Right, so because I mean the reason why I may say and say I mean English because my kind crata I know bro focus in English, so I'm sure people heard those people that can really understand English language or mate and say no, but sakrata ya making kama metie foi. Can you confirm for us? Yes, when your crata be because of that Ghana party in the park and then Muntiminye.
Okay, so that's 100% correct. 100% correct. Yes. So we say UK Met weather warning. No, is as we speak, specially is indicating yellow. Indicating yellow means the weather warning is not good. The trigger warning for high winds within the postcode area Jumadiano is very, very high. And so the best decision to do is to make sure for safety in mind is to call up the event, postpone it to a later date.
Okay. Safety reasons in here, you call it off for another date, no? Is it the Met Office, be fine? One more weather, and more as a team, Ghana party in the park, and more share. Looking at the yellow warning, you know, and I'm one so Senator.
It's a combination of so many stakeholders. Ghana Party in the Park team, the UK police, the authorities, Enfield Council, which is the local council where we do the event, London Fire Brigade, London Transport, the St. John's Ambulance, our health and safety team, local residents. We have a regular meeting. We have a regular meeting to have based on situations like this.
Okay.
Weather situation like this, what measures to take. All of these things are being put in place even before the event starts. So, with this current situation happening now, we know that these are the steps to take. With the weather warning happening, there were meter reading within the park and around the park. Met Office, which is the official weather reading in the UK, is also here with us. As I speak to you right now, I'm no partner, so
okay.
Some of the artists are here with me. And all the reading that's coming out is saying severe weather warning. The yellow amber light is on, meaning the trigger light any moment of time. Once you're in the park, the wind is blowing, there were gazebo. It's outdoor festival. All our infrastructure from stage to toilet, portable toilet, to fanfare, gazebo, marquees, anyone could blow off. I wish you could see me live and you see the state of the park as it is right now.
I see.
Some of our debris are all over the place. And see, where it is severe, it is only right to call off.
Okay. So, just for teach you, omo ebi omato ticket. Na omo ti enka sabre. Any chichima odi my explanation Dennis odi my. Mami mbusa we, does that mean when it comes to, let's say, outdoor event bia on the postcode area now, we can say there's a yellow warning. I just say from a din pa ebo yes a particular area hono. Enya dia safe outdoor event be ye be say no. So it means enya dia be hu say bibisa cause because maybe obi ti obo say okay but Ghana party in the park one say because of this weather warning, but how come these people are holding this event any ne ka ho? Does that mean the postcode area will be an outdoor event all have been called off and ascended?
Yes, actually, as we speak, within the postcode area where we operating from, 3 Soul Session and Summer of Love, which is another 2 big festivals, Omonina is being called off within the postcode area. Now,
okay.
the weather, Met Office, what are most of the time very, very accurate in their reading.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
now, as I speak to you, somebody could be in central London, says, yeah, it's sunshine in central London. Nothing wrong there. However, that postcode is different. And you know the Met Office reading, you could base it based on area, based on location. You can even pinpoint it to where you are. And what it's saying is that Inframone is on his way. We now call it Abna. That's the name we're giving it to it. In light of what is going on, it's on his way. I'm speaking to you right now, and it's very, very heavy where I am. And see, if we don't listen to the Met Office, we don't listen to all the specialists that we have on hand, which is the police, our health and safety team, Enfield Council, all the various stakeholders. If we don't listen to them to make this right decision, we may live to regret it. I think it's a safe decision. It's safety in hand, and we could come back another day.
So what I wanted, Tambena Musakai, Dabena Musakai, Met Office, this yellow warning about Daben.
The yellow warning came on yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday, although the weather is not that great, we've not had a proper summer yet. You can still hold outdoor events subject to the wind speed or the rain. In this case, it's more of wind than rain. Now, if it's normal and if the yellow light is not on, based on again, we call it the trigger level. Everything is fine. But if you are your portable toilet, it's only got a certain amount of weight. So, and see, if it's a strong wind, it could blow the portable toilet. So, stage, you got speakers flying all over, lighting. If it's a strong wind, and from above and it's over, we're expecting anything between 40 to 50 miles per hour wind within a short frame of time. It could cause a lot of damage. Things could be flying all over the place. We shouldn't wait for that to happen. We should rather act as early as possible.
Okay.
And see, all of these things I'm saying to you is in our event management planning. It's a case of a situation like this. So we don't just make this decision, or let's call it. We have a safety advisory group team consisting of everybody that I've mentioned, and we come together to make a decision. Of course, the final decision lies with me, the event organizer, and I feel it's only right to call it off. So here, as I speak to you, some of the artists are here with me, and they can see the extent of the wind. You know, the wind is strong, and we still got another 2 hours whereby we're expecting the severe wind to come through. There's no way we could operate. So safety is. Let's leave it for today.
And one in it will last for how long? Throughout the entire day?
Again, the warning, as I said, it might pass for just about, say, 20 minutes.
Okay.
But again, you know, this wind is a warning. How you plan. It's precautions. And the precautions are, if you have a high wind, it could last for 20 minutes. It could rain for about 1 hour. All of this has to be in place. And it's only that. Even when the event is finished, how are people going to be able to get home safe? All of this is coming to place. And see, it was out of our hands.
Okay. Now, postcode area, no, Ghana, area, no.
Enfield, North London. Enfield,
Okay.
EN4 postcode area.
Okay.
But the weather really right now is saying it just gives you certain areas of London.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
Okay. Now, this about at least what was the second, or fine, most be 2 times and now 3 times. Because I say artists need be on chaining their kakan, which means the artists that were built to perform, Ghana, no more babe perform, or my babe do UK, me boy.
Correct. Yes.
And how they taking it? Senator, how they taking it? I'm sure say on my prepare partner because of this weather warning. I need safe for the event to be more postponing. They're
very disappointed. When you say some of these artists are young, you know, Larissa is young, and to experience such a thing, whereby it's on an international platform, he feels sad about it, but this thing will happen, and it's not only him, all the artists. RTVs, they went out to break the news to them yesterday. They were in the studio doing rehearsals. I have to call them, break this sad news to them. So look, this is the situation. This is the decision we're taking. And everybody is disappointed. Everybody.
To more as organizers of the event, in terms of maybe fine cost in the account, because I imagine now if you know maybe taking a decision that are you going to keep them there? Are the artist going to go back? Even data in terms of cost, any idea or how idea I mean, share with us what you're going through now.
We're going through a lot, but this situation, you need somebody, experienced person, a cool head to be able to handle it. The cost factor right now, we will deal with it on a different day. Right now is how we manage the current situation, but the cost factor is not a key to us as we speak. It has cost us a lot of money, but you also got to think of our vendors, our food vendors. People have made a lot of preparation just to come here. We got to feel for them as well. And right now, that's what we're trying to manage, making sure that we inform all the customers, we calm down our food vendors, our sponsors. Our sponsors, we have to acknowledge them. They've paid a lot of money to us to make sure this event is going on. And by nobody's fault, this is what is happening. And see, everybody's down. Everybody's down. But we know by the grace of God, there's another day.
So, yedin komoden is much me nya new date e bia mo be pese mo be ya na ana if you na mo dwendwen ho say na tie.
Okay, like I said, no, there are dates in place already for a situation like this happening.
Okay.
We just have to go back to the authorities to trigger these dates. With every planning of event as big as this, we have a plan in place just in case of
emergencies
like
such as this.
Emergency, yeah. So we have this in place. It's already done. All the options of what we can do moving forward, it's already there. We have the templates already. So
possible dates, no, Dabeng.
What's it?
Possible dates, no, Dabeng.
Possible dates, no, for unofficially. Unofficially, possible dates could be as far as next week Saturday, subject to all the stakeholders being available in terms of ABR police need to be available, fire service needs to be available, so many people, all the stakeholders, even as far as transportation, getting to here, is there another big event happening around the local area? So many things need to be in place. But again, that is if everything is in place. If everything is not in place, there's automatically a 3-week turnover time, again, for a cancellation or a postponement. We're also going to explore that as well. But rest assured that we will look into all of these options as it's already done.
Mato tickets. Na then I'm catch you mato tickets pese a mobile event no.
Yeah, sure. Everybody we're giving them the emails just to make sure those are bought tickets. Majority of people bought tickets through our e-system, and just to let them know, for now, for safety, the event is being postponed. However, within the next, as early as possible, let's say the next couple of days, we give them the option of the new dates which we plan to announce. And some people obviously will not be able to make it because everybody has different arrangements. We will let them know the option is there for them to see what it is.
Okay, so the next available date, no, is there a possibility of a refund? And she said,
100% in our tickets terms and conditions. In terms of you can't make it based on the new dates, entitled to a full refund. And so we will make sure we stick to that as well. To those that cannot make it.
So, I don't know, some of the artists' names are popping up for this particular one. I don't know if Nyamewa Hanum say correct. Say Obo, Larusso, Jackie, Article 1, Kwamina MP, Kofi Mole, OV, Sinaso, Medica, Samini, VIP, R2Bs. Artists where now were built to perform. Sanity Meboa.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Sister is here as well, that's mentioned it.
Okay. And Omunina, so Oma Babedu.
Yes, Omunina Babedu. They're all here with us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're all here. Some of them are here in the park with us. Some of them are still in their hotel.
I don't know if those that are with you, if it is possible for us to pick one or two from them. But before I be out here, there's this also story. That was also making rounds this week on various entertainment portals. Mr. Drew and Lasmid withdraw from Ghana Party in the Park event. But then is there a bit me I can find this particular story? These two artists normally K1 a Juma, and that K1 such as I say where you with him Ghana Party in the Park. Then I bet me I can find.
I could see. I've heard of this as well. That's not the case. K1 being a legend and a wonderful producer, somebody who has shared lots of ideas with. The decision has not been based on that. It's very simple. In the case of Lasmid, sorry.
Yeah.
Apologies. In the case of Lasmid, no. Lasmid Wanyane is visa. However, his manager has not been able to get his visa, and it's not safe and wise for Lasmid to travel by himself. And so that was the decision. Based on if the manager's got a UK entry visa, then it will come. In the case of Mr. Drew, it's just a preference on his technical rider. Based on the fact that we cannot meet up to his technical rider, he's asked that we take him off the bill.
Okay, so if we be a technical rider, may sound more technical. No, just say, and near maybe I be a Mr. Drew. So here, I bet me a man performance and now, you may do be dinner dimuno, went me a yamano, and unti and no, we in with him sanity.
That's correct.
Okay, and last mate on your visa, but the manager in your visa. Okay.
It's really wise to make sure that he travels fully with his team, and if he cannot do that, we have to understand his request as well.
Okay.
But it's anything personal, not based on because of the disagreement with JY, and we based our decision on that, not at all.
Okay, and you Kewa this has nothing to do with Kewa, Bia.
No, not at all. 100%, not at all.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Well, meaning sir, if
hopefully we get a chance to meet both of them their requirements in future, and we'll be happy to work with them.
Okay. Okay. Any artists be available a bit in Nakasaka? If not, then near Jao Dennis.
Oh, okay. They actually on the opposite side to where I am.
Okay, all right. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Wow. Dennis. Wish you guys well, and we're hoping you get a date soon. And patrons, someone looking forward to also come have fun. Ghana Party in the Park. Normal to meet me about have a fun. Yeah, that's Papa Dennis.
Thank you.
Right, that's Dennis Teria of Ghana Party in the Park. We OTNK na say bia auto ticket and I teach you. You are looking forward to bia ene obaku diasa what is anyum to fue wo nyina UK mountain so mo bana so maba be diagra. I'm sure, sir, you now know, sir, the event has been postponed as a result of concerns on safety. Weather warning, if he met office. And Abe. Studio man saying, Tilly Kenny partner say, so okay, Safa say, I know that's some video chance. My member studio saying, Nian Shassi and Comono, saying, so okay, by microphone, I mean Ghana Party in the Park, with Dennis in Chichimom Diaba, safety warning, Mintio.
Kuzi mebo Dennis Abaso say, what take his decision, no, because any event organizer Biana, what Bobby Sia, the ISA investments, be in a Cassie warning bar. Na obekase obe take decision, taking also into consideration jurisdiction or woman over there no. Despite this one in BBI, say also amanfo kogu na bibi ba ye be hold responsible na a cow be born wa be no.
When him say okay, ama me dream say Ghana had him say BSc pen say
oh
obi heaven na say
esi de bia kwesi.
Yes, weather forecast. Okay, not necessarily warning, but weather forecast be aba from Meteo for so okay. From a Bonnie B Baby boy, this issue brand new pa BSc pa so okay. Meaning say be a.
You be sure no kwesi. You be. Hey, jai. When you book, I make I show be a year and say ana in so a talk. Na almost 4 dear nansa in so shasi ato. Na 8 ni nyina no there was vim say amanfo be fa nsuo no maba. Ampa so amanfo fa nsuo no mu bae. Nti over there well make I say yemfa nyesuade. many a times in so no kwesi em say maka o han say that say oh yeah event and the technology aboa to the point say you can check the weather for that particular day. We call Google no o check weather in Accra on this particular day. A bit mean so aboa event organizers ye take Saudi and into consideration. A bit me actually say so better and so on top. Me personally, depending on it several times, I take some business decisions.
I was saying because the question I made to man about say in terms of cost, event organizers, cost in there. Omo enya de omo suhu too much, but omo hwe omo vendors, omo abi a omo agya to omo so omo ba nu aduane, omo sponsors. And what you saying?
And no fall in contracts, agreements. Say all sign artists be for a performance on a particular day. In it, there's usually a safe clause. Be say, should anything happen as an act of God, my friend is saying, Lord, my force majeure say, there's always a remedy. Until no as event organizer, no, me sure say. Minimo, but I'm using the word me sure say it's in this contract. If it's in the contract or agreement with all the stakeholders now, why engage you then there is that clause that will also save him.
Okay.
But event organizers vendors obi how anu aduane o.
Yeah.
Say aduane we or the be fridge mu aka na hia na say e bi aduane kura wo hwe ne dodo a fridge be mu no de be ko hye. No na ebeye eyi kakra no. But you see, me kai say some time ago I put out an article. It was an interview that I granted and an article came out of it. Say years ago, one of the things a man event organizers be eja edwuma no Ghana. Eye ne maybe to say obefa artists we book artists or the ne trek. In those days ne trek ne ko. Na ensu ato. Anasi BBSC ne nipa amba. Artists need jina ne nan so ni sika na event organizer boka
just at time no money force majeure o mun fan contract
no mun fan contract crampo ni enchuro o mun ta enchuro
yeah
enti ne eyade ba ko a egu adwuma yi number 1 ubisa banfo ni bebre obeka say an event organizer and meka ene wantua e ba ne sen no de oka ubonsa o mko bo show we ba bi kra nipa ama nipa ama because of what e bia bibi na si enti de nipa ama artist na obegina ho no ono emfa ne ho obegina wa gini sika pepe then organizer na boka but this time me sure say any biene disua amma ya put in place certain things ama event organizer no enti no ye bompa ye ma no yankwa any yesre say the next date omo be hye no amanfo benya ho de no maba o say omo refund ticket na
say there's a possibility coming days na sa nyama ni nyina wo honom saying
wow
refund so hold on to it in so for the new date now so ni na mo dwen ho
we dey nkanye radio so a kameka che ne say onum ni phone no na on announce say mo fa mra biem what you say instead of refunding the money no sikandi waje because enipa ni bebre ha o this ticket man on mabiem nti so aton ticket ne kwa de anka odi onum ni phone obi afre no nya no announce a new date on beba so obi ontimi man obetimi edit ticket na mobi no announce say wuntimi ma aton ticket ne mobi na no so no na emwa no kakra
was me okay me de tili bremu na me
tie phone so ne me ka no anya radio so no me ka
tili yeah
we dey sad pie unfortunate because say we be carry artists from one country to a country like UK cry a carboni sika we be spend ticket pon as amafo booking in advance pon would be yes and your money cry just say a kind investment akomo a go hold that danom but I am glad said all kasan will be the question be say do they have a backup plan clearly or can say they have backup plan maybe next week Saturday betimi aba so I'm hoping say artists no they'll be patient enough no mu who say ya asem na aba enti na bibi say AC but all in all very unfortunate and I like the fact so wetimi because pure we enyo pa obi no so ondu ni phone yi wetimi na so it's like they are still hoping that at least Bibia Koda, they can still get up on their feet and do it. It's a beautiful thing they are doing out there, and I'm hoping that this will not discourage them for the future on Bayano. They should keep going. The artists should be on their best behavior now. This is the time I support your own. We are seeing that the artists will throw some form of support to the event organizers who say the money is worthwhile. At least accept now, so if support your own, book me na asemaba. Now let's see the human side of you. And you're fair now. Money omokoka business and money crudging at yourself omoji omo endi say ya no mo no work more. I'm hoping that the artists will see that now asem na see they will also go am microphone so etimi ehu de ombe yo mo na say next week na beba so a ometimi aye also can we be saying ticket no next week baswa won't remember they are still willing to refund and give you your money, and I think that is a good thing, because I mean event is not just about having the ticket, it's about the timing for you to say event list be out. I will show time be available and to catch me say and then so now me available and then I'm at it doesn't mean that because I have a ticket next week meet me aba. I like that measure but this is an unfortunate thing, and I'm hoping that the circumstances and the way people will behave around them will not discourage them from doing more for the Ghanaian artists in a way of exposing them to the UK market out there.
I say, I mean to you, Ghana Party in the park, Dennis Akasa, weather warning, and Nuntino Yentimi, any event, I didn't share.
Well, first of all, me sympathize with Dennis and in a group of partners for this unfortunate incident. Now, and probably say events be a bit postponed and I say a bit cancelled, and then a couple of reasons. One, lack of ticket sales. Usually, a buying side Hannah say ticket sales no former. Say no reason to cancel show now and person become once. In the last couple of weeks and months, some of our artists be enlisted almost some shows or outside. But we na ba any me yare. Any be me home family and it's a cancel show no, but kumu because of lack of sales no year connecting but unfortunately there needs a guts to actually come out and say ticket sales no form into anything no say postpone outside no and one I mean say ticket sales will form and they come out boldly to say mesramo na kam percent bo show but send am to tickets na econo because me koso am wa e bia na perform to 10 people 8 people or 2 people until no person me twem no bia fa na asem call. The other reason too could be security or safety threats. Of course, when say times I will mean a lot of threats to me ba. E bia no mean some information say we person or didn't see who or grounds no one. Into say officials no pick up signals be say all they need to do is inform organizers no and let them know so information be threatening the security and safety of the program so cancel. And of course the other reason also could be weather related. Na am pass Enra Met Office no UK for no SNA signal be say weather no bet me harsh, especially for end all the way to 11 p.m. Thunderstorms in the KK count. In fact, in their reports, can say some houses may be flooded and the KK count. It's unfortunate for event organizers. Me feeling my event organizers more than the artist. And I say this because of the level of investment are echo into this kind of event. Now, so we go to Ghana Party in the Park. One of the events are Ghanaian owned. It showcases Ghanaian artists to the rest of the world, especially for more UK. Now, as our program be saying intensity to actually have such a program, a lot of Ghanaian indigenous, any other African guys, so no, look you up to a BBA like I say, see an yearly event, BBA a go-to event. People actually place it on their calendar. Say this year, July, Meko Ghana in the park event. It's very, very unfortunate. Say BBC AC and any no fault of organizers. Now they had drink crown and say when you say usually, I mean you have organized events several times before. Say who contracted Ghanaian artists apart from plane ticket I'll be facility or visa acquisition in the KK count. Duration on be do UK no say on audio mobile if I'm correct say wait me correct me if I veer off. When I say take care of hotel accommodation, that duration now be so show no Saturday you would want them to come, let's say 4 or 5 days before, so that they would acclimatize or do dress rehearsal, like you said, will be technical rider. No, you say go through and see if some more of days in any that say show no would definitely go into a Sunday. Maybe another will be an after party into maybe Saturday to Sunday, into quack by Monday there. So by the time on be landed till time on be feel it means that duration you are responsible for hotel accommodation. Now guess what? We'll be a question, a brilliant question about the fact that artists in our town are saying. So what it means, they say, so oh, sorry, my name's Anne Facham. My name said they will get you. Or say, what it means, they say, then for the next couple of days, then they send the group must still bear the cost of hotel bills. And that's for me, it's a problem.
No, normally, I'm sure, sir, organizer maybe a 5 days.
Okay.
Obi okre bi over 3 days because depending on minimum time on could do so show no ene.
Yeah.
Inti ebia obi pese obi do na say interviews bi ho no abaye.
So yeah.
Inti ebi obi tun about 2 days bi.
Okay.
Before the event. So ebia o ma could do town Yawada.
Yeah.
So Yawada pay the hotel bill Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Obi by Monday na say me no to kwancha pai. Monday no accommodation with
that's a problem.
if you want to stick around for a while,
of course,
any while there. Now that you are saying
next week,
next week, it means that bedding
is yours.
It's yours.
Exactly. And then very unfortunate because if you know I'm budgeted for in your mind, I'm budgeted for 4 days or 5 days.
Sure.
And you are right. After Monday, the person on the way show no has ended.
Yeah.
In his mind, so you'll be on your share or the return ticket dates no be bus on Monday now.
Yeah.
But some of these artists they would want to explore, extend it, and they like all kind of paper no a whole problem. Maybe me go just like me say me kai obi aya but haja issue with Ghana Music Awards UK for example say we no homuja no kwan and also okay me so me fa from baby and then so cost no cost I mean a unplanned cost a high dream be now the other challenge they would actually have to face no a refund of tickets. Boss, I mean, you've been there before. It's not a comfortable zone. Any event organizer would want to be in there.
I thought it'd be a second because contingencies. I want to buy this kind of economy. Yes, you had the question, baby. I said, refunding. In this case, yes, you had
another challenge. Not suffer which is quite a sound, which is quite a sound on paper.
Where if you bunny?
No, but you see, if you ever postpone it, show no to the next week. Ideally, any other some events are gonna back us and moon keep it for next week.
Yeah.
But Cecilia also raised a very good point. Say, Massa, Miami timetable, my shisha mini holiday,
of course,
and I mean, say 15th. And I may available.
Yeah.
Now the fact that we're postponing doesn't mean it may available the next week.
Yeah.
It's me saying the find the mom and I'm paying baby in.
Yeah.
Into who your advice is drastic, a draconian.
It is the best.
No, a draconian.
Take it to no better media obi as a gift.
Matthias, by a draconian. You see, and Dennis is being careful because and yet in the pen or event no. Obey the next year. Obey the next. So, or you're careful. Say, on cause disaffection between or no.
It's okay. Patrons. Cheating.
Exactly.
Stealing.
It's not stealing, Kwesi. What to take it in my time?
O say nipa doom phone.
So doom the phone now.
Cheating. You are cheating the people.
No, on can say take it now. What no? Untimi for my event no.
Untimi for my day.
Me say next week Fabra. Who feel say untimi for ma?
And you free say. My ticket me fit town. I didn't show you Saturday.
Yes.
Me ebia more me London UK Sabria. Monday na me fi na ma to ticket out.
E ka ba fie.
E ka ba fie nti. Na me mboka.
Okay, enti so ka say fine.
Untimi nka bibia
say no, ticket. Ma to ticket amount. Me say na me event. Whether or no whether
there was shop you return you go and take your refund.
No, refund depending on senior where you so ade no untimi nko you so ade ni nwie mfa ma say ma refund
na man for you so dey bia no ma san refund
say no shop no na pedoje but kwesi we nko ade Dennis who tie me a
thank you
at least
I also believe that apart from Yeah, some way somehow. But I mean, he's being a smart businessman. Very funny and necessary. Very necessary because massa. My planning my holiday say 15th and I'm available. No, I can't be fair, fault. But you see, the other inconvenience now, my patrons know. It's the fact say, and yet landing from Kwan such shows. Until be another, suburb and I see before no. And also plan for car, for train, wherever I do land.
No, but even London, no.
Yeah.
Arnold. Be a next Saturday off day.
Yeah.
And then I meet me a call. That particular date now the barber channel. That date maybe I make ejuma and our engagement be any possible for me to go.
Yeah.
And also where.
Yeah. Yeah, anything to what patron no.
Yeah.
What no pa inconvenience no.
Your weather no na ha.
Oh.
Your weather na ba. Nti say obi ante ne ho ase. Utimi di take it na che obi.
Nya botre. Yen nyina agitum say asema waka no ka wa mama asema ka obi. Unim say ofu plane wo ho. Na weather related than in few.
Thank you. Nyame be shia.
Because now tattoo coin. The last time tattoo coin was 2010.
I don't know where you over come out.
When we are frequent flyer. But my name so I'm going to be out there. So like I say we flight name too because weather. And no move you. Yes sir, yeah, because any more fault. If to them any more fault. Yes, until they won't mind you.
Weather.
I say technical related there, then they will sort you out with your hotel and all that stuff. But weather there.
But what I'm saying, no be incommodity, but I say I can't shake a crack. I don't know if you saw it, and maybe saw Dennis about it. Two of the artists in Yan and come some perform. That's last mid, Mr. Drew, ABCO, because these two artists no more Kewa, highly spiritual label, no so.
Yeah.
One no I am a film. So I mean Dennis are clear.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm a person can't and who some kakra, I think that both. I mean, Mr. Drew has to do with the technical rider. This is the first time I mean who Ghana near technical rider by issue because normally yeah in Premier Breno I didn't know yeah prayer who cry say hey Charlie me call UK Charlie London for a Ghanaian artist to say I mean I don't na me person be you best stretch on too much but then it's called yeah can say
yeah
I don't know if Arnold how if it is no Ghanaian artist technical rider.
Okay, so be see that I mean one kasa boss yin na endo akudwantwi okay tell man on Imagine Entertainment.
Yeah.
What's the title?
Legends Night.
Legends and Legacy Ball.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a program now. Or up white piano.
Yeah.
It happens, but it usually happens with the big guns. More for Kujua, for example, the accuracy level is on that level. It happens with the Kujua, the Daddy Lumbers.
No, but normally
the young guys,
especially how the Ghana need call UK, London.
Now they don't really care.
Oh,
no, the point is they don't really care. But I don't know if a bit me consider ways as technical rider because last year, for example, last year they were supposed to do Shatawale. And I call back and forth. And I chat. I say, "Oh no, Felice, or no, the show was going to be about him."
Yeah,
and that and then it's switch the call and so maybe you can also put that in that bracket and say,
well, so no, okay, I was a technical rider.
Yeah.
By technical rider, we know technical rider.
Yeah, by intensity, seriously, intensity.
I believe say artists ni nyina ya mo riders are technical riders are.
Oh, Jai, Ghana artists, we don't have that thing.
Oh, Kwesi, are you an artist?
It's okay, but I've engaged a lot Ghanaian artists
because they were considerate. That doesn't mean so.
I am saying, sir, a lot
Kwesi,
of.
I don't know artists be only technical rider.
So good. I know what I'm talking about.
But I'm also know what I'm talking about.
Who Ghana need artists be na we who na kuta contract and the technical rider count.
Kwesi, the fact say ABA
onkita. Ask a simple question.
The fact say onkita physical paper a was no. When you engage them, they can tell you what they want and how they want it.
They don't.
And
say
some
anything.
of them are very considerate.
They don't say anything.
Well, can I make my submission? What I know is that most of them, they have it, though not written. But when you engage them, they can tell you what they want, how they want it. But
so artists when now engaging or chair say me pe dondo. me pe piano ti say bia ko dwen chika so ke me pe piano white me pe violin
piano white in pacho e won technical rider mo hu say awachro paper so
I'm just asking you a question. Me say Ghana ni ben na wo engage you know.
Unless you are doubting say me engage artist that
is not the
if
issue.
You agree say my engage artist
me say artist ben na wo engage you.
Because mpacho e bia me mfa ni into so but if you agree say me engage artist so tia say bebre no ho most of the time they are flexible based on your relationship with them because bia ni all insisting no e be cost you so much but omutimi consider when you engage them I know and me if that is what is called technical rider that is what the artists need for the night of the performance then I can tell you
say what is a technical rider
me just say if ye 90 as ye say what the artists need per the engagement to support his or her performance then I tell you say most of the artists have them though some may not write it on paper and they don't also insist so much on it based on relationship and how ebia omo person events ne cost no and the support to perform your friends saying the artistry ni no they are not so keen on that doesn't mean say they don't know what it is and they don't have it.
Mr. Let's come on, questioners.
Yes, sir.
They didn't communicate because we are moving on.
Interesting.
But because you also engage a lot of artists in terms of technical rider, Ghana Hanum say, into you.
Yeah, because let me first sympathize with Dennis Kakra for the situation at London. Dennis I Bema pa because since I started Ghana in the party in the park, you know, to say every year there's Bibi Kakresi. Last year I think it was one artist been last minute to pull out.
Oh, shut up! I know.
Last minute, and at the eve of the event now, and also communication say and also a basso, and Ujinana now so Emma sure no, successful, and then this year. Because see, Arnold try so be put to the situation on the ground as it is now in London, and me kind of character say a comfortable situation in London for Dennis at all now, because Arnold, do you know say for some of the artists and any crew members in every Ghana could do no event, you know, because you know, for most of the players of Modano, say me women in car, some of them it be a £200 per night. It be a £200 per night. It be 350. Most of the top artists, no, it be a £600 per night. Because you can imagine, say, for the next 2 weeks, we know, will be the hotel for say £200 a night. Cry, and say, nipa 10. And I know, because say, good in China or London, artists in free Ghana, and no managers, because artist and manager, it be quite the DJ crack on, not nipa 3, and $600 per artist for the next 2 weeks. Pounds no good down back cost for the next 2 weeks and your comfortable situation vis-a-vis other logistics until I make us say Dennis I bema pa so to my and so and also when we need the confidence of the people in UK say one more GDA when you say show no every year an organization and then to any nano a bit me cost now it's rather unfortunate this year the end question to train now kama except of weather conditions here last minute abebomi which is also of a natural cause and you know and baby so I think say yen sympathize with him for this situation he found himself and yasam to a sound no manema and yam one pose bia one muka be set up and kwesi omo twe omo no kra ba ho sound for the light for no be sure say because 24 hours omo ina ba venue ho a omo be set up and yen na omo be set up into omo ina no say atwe na money na akọ and Sunday the weekend yani na so ya ni na cost factors are kono so kwesi sa question ya obi say about artists ni technical writers me artist manager and of course nti this side they are na a bit controversial kakra but the woman say rider bia no artist bia no say obi engage wa nipa no na ba kire bia me pese me huri cost efiri soro na based on the program no na faraba and said that no me pese bia me helicopter edemeba me pese yesi me ka say last year ye Ghana Music Awards TikTok no pese helicopter onya helicopter deneba arrival. Yes, and they planned it beautifully. Nti ye no mo share no ye didn't kitamodie na no. It was a huge ti any discussion was okay. Or the partners were we are willing to support for that to be possible. And until we need to frame it to be part of the entry. Now that day, now we need to helicopter no the omu quarantine. We rented a helicopter ni na pekeno arrival emani na until sometimes it's between a arrangement, a organizer no and artist no any team. But trans na negotiate is okay. They are okay. They are all pay. Ebia you bet me too halfway. Then you also come. So artists no so what's your platform no na up hianwa to say their a last minute artists who to kwan ne bia we artists no when you visa or manager nya visa. There's always an arrangement. Manager bia or your experience no he will quickly arrange for an external a third party in London because a business. So artists no ko perform more and this kababa. Until you arrange for a third party in London quickly. Na we share artists no London and that's how money na services no I are available enye baby na say be a manager but my could be one visa but my high be
so in last meet sorry Tivo case said last meeting nya visa ni manager nya visa no ni apesa chen say still artists in call on obi no on one or London
there be so many instances artists a manager nya visa and then at a year artist no kwabra I should say bi o anya visa kwabra goes to perform an arrangement you hire somebody there and then watch them no nema e bi artist no the hotel because the hotel ni artist woman plan of action na our grounds no would need na be for ni na dem because wo manager no wo kwa adwuma wo kwakoye no until you need somebody there who is competent same na afford this how no man their man then artist na ko no question so obe meeting or hitro the apostle ye beyond you can even use telephone to support now why be bia checking hotel no perform but we won't mean because of woman manager no when enya visa enti artist so ko perform no akwaje 10,000 pounds 10,000 pounds no embo mo within that space because manager wa enya visa 10,000 pounds ye je manager no bia de betu aka si artist na nko no sikaba na de betu awo manager nka na artist na nkasa so sikaba na de betu anka. This one is a common sense approach. You need to do this a honest experience of management a bemuno. Say nye butai pass bia opasa oji visa keke na kwa buchi na opasa hu say uso just boys abatan we are out say they almost run we are out now we are outside say nye we are outside na opasa ochura but you know esa wo dwene business artist no ne nkoso say no me artist me ne kwesi agbaji na etu kwan e den ne okoye watch ABCD obe perform 30 minutes ni DJ ni baby ni hwan ni and then why ni na kama in a portfolio. What the artists no odua nipa no behia no another competent person or there are good people in UK almost
what about say almost any singer say next time we make sure say yes both artists ni manager na benya visa because the command some say be a create impression be say any manager no so no fa so be any no so because any dey bia mianje visa ma artist pe ni eja manager
question it's not entirely true. It's not entirely true. Juma and Aukwakoye. Because what I say, Juma and manager and Aukwakoye. There are instances where artists, because once the UK system, the way I tell you, sometimes they always look at artists, artists near visa. Sometimes they don't see even the reason why I say manager no visa to come. It's been happening for the last years. Idea El Coso in instances be Enti idea unless maybe a P3. And a P3 arrangement. And sometimes on what check
any P3
work permit. But any biswa and honored on check the history of the manager no in attachment with the artist. Ebia one Zebia till they say o claim on the questions na yaduma. You're checking the background on questions in two kwanda fresh. Enti one ya careful. Sound money na bit may be too maybe you be now visa being the first instance. But it doesn't mean that we never visa cry. There will be another opportunity. But me say there is a central business which benefit both the manager and the artist. What I say, which is at Naya Kasai, Ghana Party in the Park. The benefit are last minute being performing. Vis-a-vis woman manager now one corner. The cost huge on the part of last minute. Say because the manager never sent withdraw from the show. The fans, the people, the payment, the platform, everything. You could all, and these are things you can outsource for. To have a third party person, over to me, taking care of our responsibilities. Then the show can go on.
Well, so yeah, the NBC Adam saying Yako in Peace 1043 F Entertainment Review. You made yes, you know, as you go Ghana Party in the Park. I'm sure said now you know, sir, it's been postponed. To said that.
This dial is hot. Stay tuned.
Best radio.
News on your number one station.
Weekend, it's the weekend. Let the good vibes take over. Only on your favorite station.
With your favorite station. Digital and on your smartphone. Your radio is hot.
Watch on the jump on the other fucking entertainment review. And then it's over to some entertainment. I've been another entertainment review. I'm sitting up on the front and I see entertainment. Entertainment review. Down up over my man of fans, man of fans, man of fans.
Okay, so ya kwa mano so na ye din komo ewie ye nua bako ewo abrochimemu na nia oye ne ye fi se yes e ade se nia ofru duapa ne ye piano nti se etimi piano na sa ade a wode esi nani so a wo ye etimi koso ni nyina na se Ghana for wo mo Switzerland Europe what I'm saying ye nua almost say Ghana for anyum to form be farm fi Ghana hanum saying di omo ko Switzerland Emma omo ko perform ko ball high life nyom I don't know to say high life festival shunko a womo ye na Philip Williams organizer Ghana High Life open concert Zurich or some media personality and Philippine komo kakra Philippe mo akwa baba entertainment reviews we
oh me just me you akweti
na
yeah that was me ejuma panel on the panel so yeah
so say name no na mpese u pronounce ni ye mame you pronounce ni say
one gym that's the number one.
Okay.
And we'll call gym and none of the S account one gym.
One gym.
My surname and the short form of my surname, my family name.
I see.
Me free Bimbila me Kunkumeni.
Okay.
Kunkumeni Abranti.
I see. I see. And yeah, I'm sure the Kunkuma for which you know who so muniana yenene kasa wie. And now I copy Switzerland me boy.
Yeah, no correct.
Which means wow Switzerland there for how many years?
Currently, we were having for 6 years.
Okay. Now, so teach you at Crunchy Freo no is about a Jumedia and saying who said more organized or Switzerland, not Ghana for be brings when I mean any Agio who say yes, BBC cost with me a piano, I deal with me Gina. So, sir, near the kind High Life Festival idea muye, sa concert ya muye. When in the kind Abia muye BBC or Zurich, Switzerland, beboa.
Yeah, when in the kind before no na organize Ghana football as a party or small park being there, but when they in the kind stage a big High Life concert or Zurich.
Okay. Dia ne Kenya o uni anu e bia mo yes ade we dia ne botai dia ntina ma mo yes mo be BBC no
okay ni ntia ya just be we ni say how like the idea me damani so ka like bia me di hun komo cheme now for ne say be me pia highlight ejina ne nine because sabe ye ni the highlight na ni Ekutio bebrebe na ye wofo nom de 2 year ma ye de nyi na wa nyuntio no mu na ye tie from High Life music oko ye koye chi ni ye koye na de mu ni ye kotie High Life na ye tie from the 90s 80s 90s no ye che emu aba eno na ye ndi mu ye de nyi enti se be hama na keche ni nti na me na for no ye kabo mu trehwe emre so say the best stage High Life concert. Now, yet me are broadened in a way, say, in other European cities. Now, man, in United States, it's here in Malata for Afrobeat, because you come a young Ghana for the door now, you can hold Afrobeat internationally. But at the empire, I am a High Life unit, which is dear.
Hello.
But here, you need to page opening kind.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
Yeah. But here, you need to find the High Life about the Glory Days movie. This is in the early 80s, 90s, late 80s and 90s. So then I High Life national we are seeing no be a budget and mintina the years the best stage. But near come a palm me call. Let's say now I'm ready to say same year, me di hun komo. Only in comforted that I have to edin komo be catch only in comforted trigmatic motive on be catch. Me started some planning I do since 2018. And I'm started some planning that event. Many almost in komo Frankie 5 kaso be catch. Enti ne Kenya me call concert to be last year. Alicia Keys me concert to be. And to the two on concert, not the two on bay 45 minutes. Alicia Keys a rendition of Yaya Ebotela for 45 minutes. And a crowd, the budget so I'm saying, and yeah, highlight, yeah, jam on Ebotela, a money in the society. And many rendition Alicia Keys concert, I brought from budget so and she unchecked. And I'm a big interview and I'm Nikuna Sweet B. I know Bisa on one or two produce on so wait here a botella and I'm okay, baby. And I'm starting so all about a botella and all about High Life and you near then I'm saying, and I did see I'm sorry, me and for action and Kakasan one. You bet now, I did a no. You can't share. And to me, if you want to me buy them, say no, this is the time I say your stage concert. And I may maintain suffer Frankie. And I mean, you won't come on, maintain suffer me. Ghana phone cool, was Switzerland. I mean, almost not me. You won't come on. Look, I'm not to see a bit of highlight as a system and so I say, because I'm not telling you, yeah, I see something here near to me, maybe a sister and then said, yes, you will be big in terms of a new tool. I am see a bit media my reaction. And the other Kenya, my name is for I organize a festival.
I see. And yeah, bomb about because I mean the videos of near Koso, near Mihu, a Doma no Michelle how I'm saying, and then maybe before I mean I brought for a lot of white people were there. Now almost almost budget so Yeni and man you
before I stage concert to and I in Zurich, your Latin American festival, Caliente.
Okay.
And then the biggest ever, I'm not joking, the biggest ever Latin American festival outside of Latin America.
Okay.
The Caliente. And a lot of people say, your festival will be failing because Caliente is also happening on the same day. But interestingly, what happened?
Debbie.
High Life concerts actually shut down the Latin American festival. There was absolutely no one who was at the High Life concert. At one point, me say crowd me boom any an issue. I'm telling you, because of effort near Jumana and Nipa year just to stage that concert. And to the extent at the moment, me no can say me name and call for name Zurich. Are buying plus Caliente for years nothing near to me because Zurich government and local council finally minded. Okay. Say what they witnessed was not really a pleasant sight because Caliente no has existed for 21 years. And is the first time. And for us to stage a concert to threaten the existence of Caliente, no, it's not so good because Caliente has also served the Zurich community well. And so they don't want to kill Caliente and they also want to protect what we are also bringing about because the High Life Festival was beautiful. Even the police, Zurich police, even invited us to congratulate us. We held a beautiful concert, an open air concert with no problem, nothing whatsoever, beautiful with live band and live music. And they really commend us and treat us that we should make this thing safe. And interestingly, the Zurich president even called me personally and told me that 2 days is not enough. It's next year and we should add Sunday to wait and stage it for 3 days.
I see.
That is the impact of Sene High Life Festival got on the people never having faith.
So yeah, di hunkomo omo bia I know say on YouTube near there but obi person share follow who say well nya say bia ye han ni near can how can the person access it maybe on the internet and YouTube particularly?
Yeah, you can bet me a call a friend is saying your Agus website, Ghana for the friend Association of Ghanaian Union Switzerland on the website. Wait me follow among to Instagram, Facebook, Agus, videos no on my wait me a call you call a friend is saying YouTube and so on. The video, the entire event is even placed on YouTube.
Okay.
Or Agus before website, Agus AGUS.
Okay. So
it's all over the place.
O can be about effort maybe ahodi amodi share mu madaje branding e kaka ho. So sa High Life Festival ya mo organize Zurich mo be fa anyun to for di o mo call ye. Why na bo ho ka, why e na tua ho sika, munya sponsorship na mo am kotokuom say na tie.
Okay, see, near High Life Festival stage ni na no ya able to sika. And some main Canada with TF4 it cost us over 70,000 euros, 60 to 70,000 euros. Imagine, say, your TV man in us is 21. Your flight is 21. Each person flight ticket via almost around not less than 1,300 to Zurich and back. That is calculated by 21.
More than 21. Artist 21 because because me who I think same who that I have co perform at the airport no.
That I've done the best with massive episode friend is saying, Ohineba Kisi, Akable in the entire band,
that a KD.
That a KD. It was a lot. Two bands. And Mamin County we say so. Artists and yes, a far one year be on mobile some performing. We also spend money for the artists to rehearse in Ghana for 2 weeks.
Wow.
You can invite any of the artists and interview them. Whatever they were doing with the band was already planned and paid. For 2 weeks they were.
Musa Nisika, Omuruheza Sikenya and Sumutia, our Ghana.
Omuruheza Sikenya, Ghana.
Wow.
You understand me? And it goes a long way to show that this is if you are passionate about something. They always say you put your money where your mouth where your money is. And if you are passionate about something, you can't be better, but the passion needs to lead.
I see.
What we are here. And we had Adonko was also there. Adonko, they actually funded our launch in Accra. So we decided to also bring them to feel it, and then now we can actually have a proper sit down with them to talk about one lesson.
And you now can be about say a car.
Besides the visa, I don't go as a business. So 4 exhibitors from Yomba, I took visitors for them, brought them here with their product, and their product did not even last into 2 hours. It was gone. I bought all the Adonko products. And we wait here from a marketing executive near the Bazurek, and she will testify to that.
I see.
It goes a long way to tell what we want to say is we spent this money out of our passion, but we also know say Ghana for businesses they are also interested and passionate about the creatives, and this is the time that we will also entreat them to come and partner with us, because if we didn't sit back and say we won't do it. Not maybe you bottom pick over 70,000 euros to hold something like this. It goes a long way to say or to tell what we want to do for the country and what to do for the entire Ghana as a whole.
Okay.
In terms of music and brands and everything.
All right. So how ni bia mufemu by organizing this anything and idea na office betimi ayaboa na bia idea we betimi agina se na any buta simoni so or how ni be organizing putting this whole thing together. Some of the challenges bia mufemu pa ne saying.
Okay, one of the challenges we face when I say I think it's about time some of our governmental departments now will walk into the face of trying to build these creative we say, they have to be very honest when they are dealing with event organizers near there. Because sometimes, when they give you a leeway and then they fall back at the end of the day, it tends to affect your entire planning. And one main American say, one part will you in you. So workers will promise to be here. They should stick to that promise. Me modi, what you have to the VRC beautiful, but me modi. But say, if you stand say you want to help something, what within your scope to actually build, because that is why you are there. That is why you exist. You should stick to it rather than
so Philip, who can about
burden on the organizers.
Philip, who can about bia how ni bia fine buying mu I know say yes yebano say ejumedi amudia Ministry of Tourism Art and Culture basically bia muni ombe dealing ni eka ho is that omu na bia munya how is it the Foreign Affairs Ministry by not necessarily bia ubo opini bi wo honum say din.
I think that with most of foreign affairs, we didn't engage foreign affairs because personally I have a relationship with the Swiss embassy. Not mean the more visas in the crowd before my visa pay out. Before I asked to come on some passport and he took tickets to that. And see, I knew personally I had the interaction with Nipa no issue visa no. And I would like to also thank this person or Swiss embassy of Lionel Rochard, the Chancellor of the Swiss embassy in Accra. And see. Only a year because it took us less than a week no issue visas.
Okay.
And he really came forth for us. We didn't really engage foreign affairs. We tried to, but we didn't really get the proper response from them. We just went ahead with our own connect in terms of one now available to assist them. Well, I think that the only people that came through for us at the dying minute was the Free Zones Board. And also the Meta Free Zones Board and so asking, of which I know say next year they will be doing more for us. And see, Meta for almost last minute efforts now or the buy.
So what exactly now on Free Zones Board? I mean, they're putting Sani going.
Me disclose, but Free Zones Board supported us with the money.
Okay.
To purchase flight tickets for artists.
I see.
Yeah, they supported us with some money to purchase flight tickets. Not entirely all the flight artists, but some of the artists' flight tickets. They supported us to buy those tickets. And remember when Ambassador Ambassador Okwe and Juma for that generous offer now they made us. To buy those tickets for artists.
Okay. I mean, I should say, maybe sending Columbia account, but I mean, we saw we need French chat on. I mean, now, dear now free sir. CCR idea is any we see kasa ho a wo cheche mu idea mo pese ebeji atena se idea mo hwe nim se afibia mo beye meboa.
No correct.
So
you're already near 30 days for next year, which is the 5th and 7th of July 2024.
Okay.
But currently, as Zurich Abai decided that we should halt the date and then have a common conversation with South American Festival and Caliente, and then ourselves, and then be able to mitigate. And so that,
but next year, time na mo be no Philip. Next year, time mo yen say o say the 5th and 7th to 7th, eh?
Yeah.
Saturday na Caliente no so mo be omo de.
Saturday na say almost say we should sit down and have that.
Na mo date no chinchin mo date no ko share Caliente date no ade.
Okay, the NTA date ko share Caliente date say. Initially, we say now you're organizing that, but in a smaller park. Well, we're staging at a festival.
Okay.
Well, and Saturday, and not Ghanaian communities, because anytime we organize the Ghanaian communities, all down from Geneva, from Bern, from Italian parts, Lugano, near Woba. Well. And today, was already in the minds of them. And you're quiet near a venue, we advertise based on the same knowledge of the date now. Yeah, because the first time was in 2018, so you can imagine 2018, 2019, 2020 COVID by the year. And the Ghanaians already had that predated time.
Now, most son or how bad I did by Bremo, most son dates or how bad I did by Bremo.
For us, yes, son or how beyond. And how be in my affect and into that we are open to have that discussion. So one person will keep it dates not fair enough. So almost a person is fair dates are fair enough. Because at the end of the day, the festival is still going to be in the same venue. Attention we needed has already been gained. The interest has been shown. And it will not affect it in any way. The only thing is that we have to be able to agree, say, that is all that we have to agree.
Okay.
And see, before the end of this month, next month, we'll have that sit down, and then we'll all have our date, and then we'll start advertising the date.
Okay. So now my question specifically was Diana mususu se bia mo be hia sabere a se yetimi edi go akwan mu a ebetimi aboa masa festival etimi agina na agidin e wo Europe ne ewiase afa na nyina.
Okay, so here me no kase akuta me no kase me ne promoters wo Italy din komo e wo Brescia me ne promoters e wo Frankfurt din komo so here me ne promoters wo Belgium din komo and Denmark these 4 countries so here what I'm trying to do is I'm festival the artist be banana Zurich no matter after how much you so see Zurich we are the same festival is staging on all these 4 cities and it's going to be a high life summer explosion. This is how we want to call it, and then it will be staged in all these big cities.
Okay.
One, it will create attention and the name highlights, you know. And we did something amazing. My name team did something amazing. We built a Spotify highlight playlist. And all over the venue, you know, there was a QR code that the phone scan here. It takes you straight into the artist profile, of Spotify. And if I tell you the kind of numbers within the 2 days that Spotify highlight promo got, that you'll be amazed. And to do this in 4 different cities, calling it by its name, the Ghana Highlight Festival, open air concert. Imagine you're staging for 3 consecutive times where the name Highlight would transcend to. For me, and where I sit now, a bigger goal and a bigger thing than what Afrobeat has done. If we say we are successful, it's me, not it's me, money in all these 4 European cities. It is an idea. It has never happened.
Okay. All right. Well, so numbers now about Spotify now, we'll be amazed. No, do I say no numbers?
We had 1.3.
I see.
Million.
I see. That's interesting. But I'm just curious. My final bit to you, Philip, and it's a Konkumba brand here. The tree no usha wenfa now captures are.
Oh, okay. See, remember me or say me no free new the BRC.
Okay.
And it's not me captures are.
Me that say. I see.
In Krainos who kakra.
I see. Me that say pa. I'm sure, and I wish you guys well. I'm sure. Say
before I back on to my na Frankie 5 of Ghana Creative Arts.
So ono so ano hamia say washire me no nkasa.
I'm telling you, say any grounds. Ghana Jumani na artists no more up and down, more for visa applications, forms going now, no rehearsals, no booking of the center for their rehearsals, they are up and down, no. He really showed the reason why you're doing it to creative arts agency now. And if you were necessary for industry, honestly, I can vividly say we will see a huge change in the way our industry has been now. And I'm not even surprised with the initiative towards the gospel fraternity. Look at every Ghana Music Award today with the entity of Table of Men, how they always turn the whole gospel industry into. I feel we have a good thing going.
Okay.
We really have a good thing going.
Medasi Philip, ibedin ko ni BH, nyamisha pa why? Right. That's Philip One James, organizer, Ghana High Life Open Concert, Zurich, Switzerland. And I didn't come on. Remember studio no hanum say na yentwaso e wa hanum say Arnold me sha say few so I was High Life concert here. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos on adia omo ye anyumtufo a omo fa omo fi Ghana hanum say omo de omo call ye and watch and say is here to stay. Wadwinche
honestly me hu ye.
Okay.
Me hu bia ubechem bia na. Okay. Magdi
and you say a Frankie Five and said dance or how or huntia.
Yeah,
okay.
Ghana Festival. Okay, so Tilly the pictures maybe not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, and it's a Frankie Five or what? No, or major man on Anthony. Because I mean who you mean say there and there's a problem. But regardless, mebo mabaso. The facts are more project High Life. More project Ghanaian artist. Because I don't remember the last time, and this is not to disrespect anybody, but artists said that I have usually say high profile shows.